doing a presentation on an electric car. But why an electric car? My intention was actually to eliminate the cumbersome use of these manual cars and trolleys we have across Africa and basically in Kenya. And the pain point of this is that we are using a lot of human energy. There is a lot of wastage of time and man hours across all these sectors of economy. What is the problem, the specific problem? 10,000 staff in our hospitals in Kenya experience back and muscular pain as a result of injuries afflicted to them by these manual cars and trolleys. Over 1 million users of these manual cars are actually in Kenya. And the sweet story is that I have been able to come up with an electric car that is more effective and use the green energy technology. And I intend this by coming up in partnership with the KVM to actually produce 10 final products for piloting. And the actual cost price for one is 600 USD. And I'm intending to sell, depending on the various models, between 1,000 to 200 to 1,500 USD. And I have a market segment, a gross margin of around between 50% to 60%. The channels I intend to use in the market is through direct sales to the target market or use of marketing agents like dealers. And my products have multiple uses across all sectors, factories, airport, and the rest. And I intend to come up with a production mapping platform to be able to produce these different models for these different market segments. And we require a product customization for that. This is another different model to highlight what I'm talking about, customization. Our market in Kenya, we have 1 million manual cars across all sectors, and our registration is already underway in our national parliament to actually do away with the manual cars in our cities because of causing traffic jam and the rest. And already it has been banned in Egypt, and we are coming up with a program called Transformative Electric Mobility Program, spearheaded by the UNEP. And therefore, I'm targeting to eliminate more than 10 million cars across Africa, and my addressable market is almost over 1.2 billion US dollars. My competition is the fossil fuel cars and trolleys across the world, and even my worthy competitors from electric manufacturers from UK and China. But basically, all these manufacturers are very expensive and very ineffective in African market. I intended to narrow down my market segment to an hospital so that I can be able to highlight the specific problem, whereby 2,000 working days are lost per year due to staff injuries, and more than 75% of man working hours are reduced by actually utilizing our technology. Our progress so far, we have a team. I won't elaborate so much about their specification. But what we have been able to achieve so far, we have patented our technology and obtained a patent document. We have also registered for investment certificate with our Kenya Investment Authority. We have also obtained all the regulatory certificates, specifically by the National Transport and Safety Authority. And we have won several awards with the Tony Remero Entrepreneurship Program, the Deloitte Profit Program. Net fund negotiations are also underway with the UNEP to eliminate the use of manual cars and trolleys through an electric mobility, and we are at an advanced stage with them. Our funding request is basically $150,000 US dollars for manufacturing, research and development, operational costs, marketing, and all that. Our vision, 5 years to come up with a factory and also an event the 10 million end users across Africa. Our desire for you to save your energy, maintain your health so that you live longer. Thank you.
Some questions?
The question I'm supposed to address is manual labor is cheap in Kenya. Who will buy my products? Actually, we have done an intensive market feasibility study and realized that our factories, airports, hospitals, which form part of my great market segment, actually need this not because there is cheap labor, but because they want to cut costs on use of the forklift they use there, man working hours they waste, and even a lot of injuries they incur. They are buying my products not because they have cheap alternative, but they want to save on time, energy, and money, cost of production. The second question is, what is your target market? Basically, I've seen my target market. I will start just like telephone industry, whereby when the first phone was introduced in Kenya, it was costing around 50,000 Kenya shillings. We could not afford the phone, but basically, as we speak now, everybody can afford a phone. That is what actually I intend to do, whereby I will segment my products into models that fit in different market segments. For those who cannot afford, I will enter into partnership with the bank, whereby you can actually pay for it as you use, or I lend it to you on this basis, you use it as you pay me on bearing basis, on usage basis. Thank you.
It's similar.
Who is paying for my card?
Who pay you?
Yes.
Who pay you?
Who pays me?
The user, the one that pushed the truck,
Yeah.
or the organization?
In my company. And basically, for now, we have not fully entered in production. We are actually at the market entry stage. What we have done, we have produced just 10 products for piloting so that they can give us feedback and know which kind or which models we produce for them, specifically for different market segments. But actually, the government of Kenya has supported me specifically on market feasibility studies, whereby I was given around 1 million Kenya shillings to do the market feasibility study. And as we speak, when I land in Kenya, the United Nations Environment Program requires me to attend a meeting whereby they want to support me in production of this, because their intention is actually to eliminate the use of fossil fuel electric three-wheelers, motorcycles across the globe. Not only in Kenya, it's a global program whereby, particularly in Africa, I'm one of the persons who has been selected to solve that problem. Thank you. My 10 clients, the question is, who are your 10 first clients? My five products were basically produced for one of a major hospital in Kenya. One component was supposed to be used in the mortuary to transport bodies from the ward to the morgue. They normally use a very ugly, I can say, trolley to transport those bodies to the morgue, but generally they have required me to produce a more unique product for them to do that job. The other one is the Remonte company in Kenya, a manufacturer of juice in Nairobi. They required a product that can be able to transport actually the pineapples from the farm to the production go downs. Why did they buy? What exactly are they used for? Generally, these are to ease the transportation either within a small region, within factories, warehouses, airport to move luggages from point A to B, and in hospitals to distribute either drugs, and even for farmers, like where I come from, they do farming in coffee to actually harvest 3 sacks of coffee beans and then transport it using a manual wheelbarrow is a tiresome task. Thank you.